Example 2. Mari, Carlos, and Amanda collect stamps. Carlos has 4 more stamps than Mari, and Amanda has 2 times as many stamps as Carlos. Altogether, they have 100 stamps. Find the number of stamps each person has. Represent the situation as an equation. Pause this video to write this problem down first. What we have to identify first is some of the unknowns. Clearly, we do not know how many stamps Mari has, how many stamps Carlos has, and how many stamps Amanda has. So when I read this problem a second time, I'm going to go and highlight information and try to decide that which of these 3 is the number we have to calculate first, because that's going to be our variable. Like, who has the amount of stamps that is related to all of the other individuals? So let me explain. Carlos has 4 more stamps than Mari. Amanda has 2 times as many stamps as Carlos. Okay. So, Amanda has 2 times as many stamps as Carlos. So to know Amanda's amount, I need to figure out Carlos's amount. So let's go look at Carlos. Carlos has 4 more stamps than Mari. So to know Carlos, I need to know Mari. So in order to figure out Amanda and Carlos's amount of stamps, I have to know Mari's first. So Mari is going to be our variable x. I would use s, but it looks like the number 5 sometimes. So x is Mari's amount of stamps. So all that self-talk and reading through the problem at least twice has to happen first before you can really set up a legitimate equation. So if Mari is x, if we go and read about Carlos, Carlos has 4 more stamps than Mari. So 4 more than means plus 4. So Carlos will be x plus 4. Amanda has 2 times as many stamps as Carlos. So 2 times, well, what is Carlos's amount? X plus 4. So you have to put that part in parentheses because this expression has 2 terms. So if we're going to multiply Carlos's amount by 2, the entire expression has to be multiplied. So those parentheses are critical. So then it says, altogether, they have 100 stamps. So now we have a total. Something else we know, we have a total of 100. So that means all 3 of these individuals added up will equal 100. So we will have x plus 4, so that's Mari, Carlos, plus 2 times x plus 4, Amanda. So now we can set that equal to the total 100. All right, now we are going to go ahead and solve this just to have some good practice. We always want to remember, so this might be some good notes for that left side of your notes. Did Casey go surfing? Do you need to distribute? Do you need to combine like terms? Do you need to get variable to one side? And then finish solving, which involves adding, subtracting, and then multiplying, and then dividing. All right, so distribute, step 1. Do I have anything to distribute right here? No. A lot of students will see that parentheses and think that there's something to distribute, but there is just a value of 1 here, and multiplying through by 1 doesn't change anything. So I'm going to leave this and just drop the parentheses. However, I do need to distribute 2. 2x, because 2 times x, plus 8. 2 times 8 equals 100, not 1,000. Now I'm going to combine like terms. X, x, 2x, and they're all positive. So 1x plus 1x plus 2x is 4x. And then my other like terms are going to be my constants. Plus 4 and plus 8. Plus 4 plus 8 is positive 12, and we still have that equal to 100. Now we're going to subtract 12 on both sides of the equal sign, and we're left with 4x equals 88. And then we're going to divide both sides by 4. I'm going to bring this over here. And x equals 22. So let's go back and really talk about what that means though. We don't want to just get to x equals 22 and stop. So number one, the point of this lesson is to get really good at writing equations. Working on solving this rest of this process is something we will continue to work on, but I need you to start getting comfortable writing equations here. And then also making sense of solutions. So if x is 22, what did x represent? Mari's amount of stamps. So Mari has 22 stamps. So that means Carlos has 4 more. So Carlos would have 26 stamps. And then Amanda has twice of what Carlos has. So that's 52 stamps. Also, you could get these values by just plugging in your x values here. All of these add to 100 total stamps, which fits the information.